Hello. Hey, welcome. Let me get myself a chair here. Welcome to Phil's Camping Reviews. My name is Phil. We are actually going to film this little section here live. So we're not going to stay on too long because I want to start assembling this diesel heater today. And I was initially going to film this video and edit it. And hang on, you got a lot of backlight in there. Let me turn this around so we can eliminate some of that backlight in there. It should give you a clearer picture. So I was initially going to film this video as a edited video today. But I thought, there's a lot of you guys out there that actually knows a fair bit more than I do about diesel heaters. So I reckon we might run by the plans and see if any of you guys maybe give me a better idea or if I missed anything. So basically today's video, which I was going to film and then edit it and upload it later today. Well, it's also going to save me a job from editing and uploading, etc. So I can spend more time on the installation today, because I want to do this like a daily blog video until we got this installed. I've got no idea how long it's going to take to install. I don't think it's going to take too long, but I don't want to rush also. And also don't want to spend too long out here, because I don't want to leave all this gear out here and out in the weather too long, more than I have to. I've set up my main annex today and I've got all the walls up. So I've got no excuse from the cold weather. So it's blocking the cold winds. In fact, it's quite nice here today that I'm not even wearing a jacket. And I moved my camper trailer on the grass. It's a lot easier for me back. Instead of laying on the cement out there, I've got a huge cement pad out here in front of me garage. And when I did the installation for the plumbing and all that, which I will do a video on that, but I'm going to do a video on that when I go camping. So as soon as I finished, hey, we got someone. Hey, Anthony, how you going? Thanks for commenting, man. It's awesome. So as soon as I've got this heater all installed, I'm going to go out camping a little bit out west, taste a little bit of the cool weather to test it. But I'm going to do a heap of videos because got to do a lot of videos to catch up on, guys, as you're aware of. So I want to do a video on setting this up without the awning so I can show you how quick and what are the main reasons why I bought this Modcon. I want to show you. Then I'll also want to show you a video of setting up the awnings and that. So it's got two awnings. It's like, actually, we shouldn't be talking about this. You guys are here for the video, today's video. It's to do with the diesel heater. But let's just say I'm going to do a lot of filming when I go camping next after I finish installing this. Hello, Luke, how you going? My mum's inside watching telly. Luke, it's too cold for her out here. Actually, where's the water? I thought I bought a water container out here. I'm really thirsty. Oh, bugger. I don't know where I put it. Yeah, just bear with me. I'll just go to the... Guys, I'll just go to the car and get me water container. I suppose that's one good thing when I edit the video. I can edit those segments out, but when it's live, everything's included. I had one of these in my hands just now, and I don't know where I put it. I don't know where it is. I must have put it in the house somewhere when I went and grabbed the box with the diesel heater in it. Okay, I see we got 10 folks on now. We might get onto this video now. Look, he's saying, morning to Anthony. Anthony, is it? Or Anthony? So I had a bit of an intro I filmed before, but I'll just go over a quick spill. What you doing, mate? Yeah, handcrafted by Terry G. How you going, Terry? Hey, cool. I'm my good buddy, Terry. Make it yourself. Hey, Terry. um, I get that with my beer. Mate, I get that all the time. I put something somewhere and I forget where I put it. Terry, you can vouch to that, can't you? Got a bad memory. Got a bad memory. So today, I thought what I was going to film and edit, I thought, I should do this section live on today's video on the diesel install on my camper trailer. Because a lot of you guys out there have got more experience than me with diesel heaters. Off and on, I've always looked into them for quite a while, but not really seriously looked at them until about 2 weeks ago. And hence, I made my decision to get this one here. Because I wanted something that's as simple as possible. And I don't have to worry about upgrading parts and everything. So I went for the AU Focus Mob. If you watch my first video on a couple of days ago, you know why I went for it, so I won't repeat what's in there. But I thought today, why not film today's video live? Because as I mentioned, a lot of you probably know more about diesel heaters and have experience with diesel heaters, more so than I have. And you might be able to assist me out. So basically today, right now, I'm just going to design the layout where everything's going to go in my camper trailer. So I'm going to grab the phone shortly and show you around and what I've got ideas where to put stuff, such as the fuel tank, particularly the exhaust and the air intake and the main diesel heater unit itself. So you might be able to give me some advice and say, no, Phil, that's not a good spot. But particularly need some advice with this fella here, the exhaust, and come the reason why. But I thought let's start off by, let's have a look around. I'm going to show you a bit of the camper trailer today, the inside and so on, and some areas that I've got options to install. So let's go inside the camper. And now, unfortunately, I'm going to try to hold the camera as steady as possibly I can. Every opportunity I get, I will put the camera down onto something so it's not so much shaking around. So we're going inside my camper now. Did you see how easy that is to get inside? And let's just find a good spot here and set this on and show you. You can probably see the lounge chair there. And here we are. This is what I love about this camper, guys. It's the beauty after I set up. I've got this really comfy lounge chair with this real nice plush backrest here. It's absolutely awesome. And I could stand up in here and get changed in here. So I've got a fairly comfortable bed right there. It's got an inner queen size, I think it's about queen size, inner spring mattress in there. It's a little bit on the hard side, so I've put a 70 centimeter. I'll be lost in there if I laid in a 70 centimeter. I put a 7 centimeter memory foam topper on the top, which has helped a lot. So, but let's get into it. And this is the main lounge chair. This also sets up as a bed. There's another lounge chair on that side that you are sitting on now. That's also can be set up a bed. And I also got storage underneath. Now, initially, I've got, let's move these pillows out the way so I can show you. Okay, let me see. I'll put this in a better spot so you can view. As I mentioned before, as much as possible, I'll put the camera down on the platform so it's not shaking as much. It's nothing worse when you're watching a live video and the camera's shaking crazy. Unfortunately, you know, these iPhones, this is the latest iPhones, and they've got really, really good, oh, I missed that message, sorry. I'll go back and check the messages later. And they've got really good motion, you know, stabilization. But the stabilization does not work when you go live on YouTube. How stupid is that? I don't know why. Okay, just bear with me. Make a little bit of room now. I'll have to grab the camera now to show you. And let's just move. Okay, so this is underneath the lounge chair. All right. So inside here, there's the storage option. I know. There is a safe in here. I know, there is a safe in here. I I didn't put it in there, okay? It's not my doing. It was already in there, all right? So initially for me, the perfect ideal place, you would think would to put the diesel, the main diesel unit is in here, okay? In here. Now, you can have a look, some of the electrics in here. There's a battery charger. There's a King's 1500 watt that I'm not using, I've disconnected. And there's the 2 lead acid batteries in there. Okay, yes, there is a spare pump in there. I've actually got 2 spare pumps. I've got another one that's actually a Seaflow or whatever, which I'm going to replace with. But this is one spot, okay? This is one spot. Now, let me explain something about diesel heaters that you may not be aware of. Some of you are. In regards to installation, this is the base of the diesel heater. I don't know which is which. One of these is for the exhaust. One is for the air intake. So this goes down. You've got to drill a hole. You put this plate in. And then there's another plate in the base there that you silicone on the top, bolt it down. And so this part protrudes out under. So this is the bottom, that's the top. So this part protrudes under, outside your caravan, camper trailer, whatever you're setting in. Any type of RV. Okay, so these are exposed to the outside. But that's going to be sitting like that. Alright, drill a 105mm hole. It's going to be sitting like that. Alright. So they're going to be exposed on the outside. Which, here we go. Which means, guys, you need to have nothing underneath it. So you need room underneath. Unfortunately, the problem I have with my setup is I don't think I've got the room for those pipes, because directly underneath that is a 120 litre stainless steel water tank. You see that there? Okay, 120 litre stainless steel water tank. So I think, I don't know. I don't think I've got the room there. because of that. Now, oops, hang on. Now the water tank, you see the water tank comes up to about there, right? So it's about here. So in line, about 1.5 inches inside, where that. So let's correspond that, roughly. About 1.5 inches. So it's actually up to about here. All right? It's up to about there. So from there on, I got the room. Now, I don't because this thing is in the way. This is in the way. Now, I could possibly move this and put the diesel heater in its place and move this further down that way. But I think if I remember right, I think in about that spot, there are the chassis. There's also some cross members, chassis. I need to go, hang on. I need to go around this side, gain access to the other side to try to get underneath. So I don't think I'm going to have the room. I don't know. Let me see. Oh boy, guys, I'm going to have to get on me back here. Excuse me. Lay down and have a look underneath here. Oh, I hate this part. Not young anymore. You have a good look at these shockies and springs here. Oh, I do have a little bit of room, look. Oh, it still may work, guys. It still may work, actually. I still may have room. Now, I can see there are bolts here, there are screws here. Where are the bolts? The bolt there, the bolt there. I don't know what they must be bolts for the... They must be bolts for the inverter. They're screwed in. I don't know, there's a screw there. I don't know where that's from. So there's, oops, sorry, there's my water tank. This should be a relatively safe place. I don't know. I think so. It's hard to say. They should have some protection from sticks or anything like that here. If somehow I can mount it through under here, I'd much prefer that. Otherwise, there is another spot. I'm going to need to get a tape measure. All right, let me try to get out of here now. Hang on. You want to laugh at something? What's a man with a stuffed up back try to get off the ground? Oh, I tell you what, that wasn't too bad. It's a lot easier on the grass than it is on the cement. I have to do that a dozen times. Oh, I really feel it in me back. Okay, so potential. The other thing is, the only other spot I thought of mounting it was, let's go back inside the camper. I don't know if anyone's watching this, offering any suggestions so far. Is there anything I missed? So I've got two spots I could possibly put it on. Okay, further down what way, oops, further down that end, but I don't have the room. I think over here, I might have to move that and relocate that down this end. And So what I'll do is I'll get tape measure after I finish filming this live video, because I can have the air duct input. I could have it blowing the hot air out this direction and face the thing going up, and have the input back down here somewhere. Or have the output over here, directing the hot air, try to route it so it blows up this direction, and have the input over here. That might be better. So I think if I remove that safe, and then the only other plot spot I got that we can install, now it's accessible under the other seat here, is right there, which is one of my pantries. If you're interested, you want to have a look, it's probably a bit dark. There's the water pump. I'm going to replace that with a newer one. And there's another bit of a pantry there accessible on the outside. So these are all accessible on the outside. Okay. So, trouble is I'm not sure the length of it. But let's go on the outside and have a look at that. So this is the other spot in here, which is one of my pantries. Alright. Trouble is, okay, let's put this over here. Now, this is the problem I have come across. Let me just put this down. Alright, there we go, you see it right there. Alright, got one major problem. I was just going to install it there, but I've come across another problem I was not aware of until I read the manual. It's to do with the exhaust. The manual says to keep combustion down, and that's one of the issues with these diesel heaters. Any diesel motor, as you all understand, particularly if you own a diesel motor, is the soot buildup that you can get in them, the combustion. And these little diesel heaters are very prone to them unless you can run them full on pretty much flat chat as much as possible. Which is not really possible. More so probably with a 2 kilowatt. I went for 5 kilowatt. So I don't think there's any chance I'll be able to run it flat out. But there are ways to overcome it. There are ways to overcome it. Which I'll explain shortly. So they suggest to help to keep combustion down to a minimum is to only use an exhaust outlet that's about what's it, 600, I think it's 600 long, maybe up to a meter max. I don't recommend to use it anymore, because what happens, the longer the exhaust, I believe, it's also, it affects slightly your efficiency, but also it tends to build up more of your combustion, the soot in your engine, and then it can get blocked up, and then you've got to pull it out, pull it apart and clean all the soot out of it. And that's not something you want to do, at least not on a regular basis. So it's quite critical, I think, that I need to keep, now this is flexible, this does bend, by the way, so it's critical that I keep it to this length. Now, for safety reasons, so as you're aware, this is the exhaust outlet. So it's got a muffler. I think it's still in the accessories box that goes on the end. One of these goes on the base there, and the other go on the end. So you can see it's not very far. Now, the advice is, for safety reasons, the advice is to direct the exhaust away on the opposite side where your awning, where your living area is, okay? And they also do not suggest not to have your exhaust under the middle of your caravan or camper or RV, whatever you're going to install this into, in the middle, because what happens is, particularly if it's calm conditions, there's light winds, which is normally are most of the time during winter when you're camping, particularly when you're running these at night. It can be very steery, calm nights with no wind. What happens is you can have the exhaust build up under your camper or camper trailer, and then any opportunity it'll have, any smallest of peephole, anything. In my case, I got through under the canvas here. You could go under there, go through the door. It can settle in there, and that's a health risk. You could potentially build carbon up inside your camper. So you have to direct it on the other side. Let me just grab the pump, the muffler here. So let's go around and have a look. So the recommendation and the ideal thing is to run this muffler. Just bear with me. We got walkies. I've got to walk all the way around this way because I've got a garden shed. Is to have it so it comes out here somewhere. Okay? Oops. So it's blown out this way. Obviously not right there. Or maybe right here. Pointing down slightly. Or something like that. Have I got a brace? Yeah, there is. There's a brace along there. There's something that I can, maybe not so close to the tire. I don't know, wherever I can get as close as possible. So it blows the exhaust out this way. So there's no chance. Now that's where this problem runs. If I, let me put this phone down. So that's where the problem lies if I install in there. Because this is only short. Now you could think, just direct it straight out the back. Perfect, eh? You think so? It's perfect. But, the way my camper is, if I fully, can you hear me? If I fully enclose this, enclose all this, which I will in winter time, so I've got walls that goes right along here, and this is all fully enclosed. Okay, this the whole lot. Then you're going to have exhaust pipe that's going to blow combustion or exhaust carbon monoxide right out in this closed area where there's a door right here, which most of the time will be open. So that is obviously a definite no-no. I'm sure you agree with that. So there we go, guys. Now, the other hose, this doesn't matter. This can go anywhere, basically, because this is the air input. There's an air filter that goes on the air end of this. So as long as it's in a safe place, you got no problems, that one there. But they recommend not to run it the same direction as your exhaust. So you've got to run it the opposite direction. So bear this in mind, guys. Bear this in mind. Now, we're going to cut this video shortly. so I can go grab my camera and start doing the installation. But I'm going to get some tape measures, and I think if I remove, I think I'm going to work on relocating it away from there and put it inside underneath that chair where the safe is. I think I'm going to work on that, guys. Because it's safety. Number one, safety. And remember that. I know it's a lot of yous are out there are going to consider installing your own diesel heater. I'm thirsty. So bear with that in mind. The last thing I want is anyone to go and hurt themselves, or God forbids, go to sleep and end up with carbon monoxide poisoning while they sleep and not wake up. I could not live with myself virtually if I found out that that happened to someone that was following any of my instructions. So it's very, very important. In fact, I'm going to announce these really important tips during the next videos as I install this, to make sure you direct your exhaust well away from your habitable area. It must be directed to the opposite side on the other side, pointing out, away. Okay, here we go. Hi Phil, make sure you fit carbon monoxide monitor too in the camper. Yes, that's an excellent point. Who brought that up? I forgot to see your name. I was just about to talk about that. I own a carbon monoxide sensor, so if it picks up the slightest hints of carbon inside your camper, it'll set off an alarm. So I own one. It's in the vehicle. Actually, it's in the house. I moved out the vehicle temporarily. It's in the house right now. You go to a place like Anaconda, they sell these excellent ones. I bought it on sale for about, I don't know, $30. It was $45 or something. I think it was on sale. I don't know. Terry, you were with me. Terry, when I went to Harvey Bay recently, I went to Anaconda, and I went into Anaconda with Terry, and he suggested the one to purchase. So are you there, Terry? Can you let the folks know which one that you recommended? And I bought that same one. That was yeah, it's good to have always peace of mind. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mate, I'm here. Yeah, what was that, a carbon monoxide thing there? I know you got the same one in your van. What was it, the brand as well? I'll have to do a video on that. So, yeah, so I can't stress enough that these important things. So, terriers have to have a look it up. Yeah, I can't remember it either. Tell you what, it's only going to take me a minute, if that, to walk in the house and come back out. If I can find it, give me a minute. If I can't find it in a minute or 30 seconds, I'll come back. So just bear with me. Just have a look at my camper and chat amongst yourselves. Ooh, I found it. Okay. I don't know how you pronounce this. Quail. part number 140021, model Q7DCO. So that's me carbon monoxide monitoring. I believe this might be one of the better ones out there. It's the one that Terry recommended to me. So it just runs on some AA batteries or whatever, I don't know. 2 AA batteries. Yep, same one I got. Awesome. It seems to be the one that most people use. So it's got parts per million of carbon monoxide displayed. So it shows the parts of millions, and if it goes to a test weekly. Alright, I haven't tested it. What happens if you hit the test button? Oh, jeez, that's, oh man. Holy shit, that's, oops. Man, that's loud. Oh, that's ear piercing. Goodness me, that is so loud. Oh, everyone would have heard that. That's nearly louder than Joe. Hey. Next time Joey screams at me real loud, hey Terry, I'll just fire this off. We'll have a screaming session. Can you imagine that? Terry, you know what I'm talking about. Joey will scream at me and I'll scream at him. And then this thing will scream at him too. I'm going to need earmuffs. Right, if you have an argument with Joey, you need earmuffs. He always wins the arguments. If he doesn't get what he wants, he goes into a screaming session. He's like a little child. So, looks like, guys, latitude stopping is halfway through his heater. I hate that it doesn't stay up and let me read it. I'll have to grab the phone, bring it up closer, and I'll go through and read it. But I read that you're halfway through your installation. Hey, guys, I forgot to talk about the fuel tank. Where we're going to install the fuel tank. This awesome, beautiful fuel tank. It's 7 litres and stainless steel. Check that out. There's one perfect spot. You guys are caravans, camper trailers. We are sport. There are so many places we can install this, but there's a perfect spot that is just made for, and it is right here, like that. Hey, just screws in place. I don't trust screws, I'll put bolts through. Hey. It's probably the only spot where I can put it. And have you noticed I've got 2 jerry cans of diesel right there. And 2 jerry cans of diesel. And let me show you what I have. You're wondering, but Phil, how are you going to, you're probably asking, some of you asking this question, how are you going to transfer fuel from there, diesel from there to here without breaking your back? I have got my own pump bowser. that runs on 4 AA batteries, and this thing is a beauty. If you go to my YouTube channel, which you are on my YouTube channel, obviously, I got a short 1-minute video where I showed a hint of this. A proper fuel bowser pump. So with this, I can transfer diesel either into my Pajero or into my fuel tank without having to undo that security thing that's covering my fuel tanks. Oh, actually, I will have to undo that so I can access the whatchamacallit, to put the oh, it's not even locked anyway, but I can lock it. All I need is to get a key, unlock it, remove the front cover, alloy cover, undo the top, put my fuel pump in, pump it into my Pajero, or, yep, go Mickey, or pump it into my beautiful stainless steel diesel tank. How awesome, with a lockable lid on the top. Alright, so there you go. Okay, I'm free all afternoon. I don't have to edit this video now. Actually, let me move the phone up closer and let me see the comments. Stay phone. Okay. Let me get comfortable. So, good job. Thanks, Luke. Okay, right. How do I bring the comments up? If you put the tank on the same side as the filling point on your car, you can stop them both at the same time. Aha, who said that? That's exactly. Yep, both at the same time. You can fill them up at the same time, or top them up at the servo. And just so happens, I'm lucky enough that they are all on the same side as the fill up point on my Pajero. In fact, a couple of times now, just a few days ago, I hooked this awesome camper trailer up and I towed it to the fuel station and I filled my car up and I filled the 2 20-litre jerry cans up as well. And then, yes, true, I'll be able to also fill the 7-litre tank for the diesel heater as well. And if I run out of diesel in the diesel heater tank that you guys are sitting on at the moment, lucky you're not too heavy, I just grab my little pump, whack it into the 20-litre diesel can, at the bowser in, poo, fill her up, and away you go. In fact, guys, could be arriving today. I don't know. I'll have to check Australia Post. I think it just only had clearance from the customs in Brisbane over the weekend, so most likely might be tomorrow or the next day. I've got another fuel pump arriving that's got a proper bowser. So instead of me having to push the button when it's full, it's got a bowser, just like a real one. So it's battery operated. So I put it in the fuel tank and then a proper little bowser on it. I press down, and however pressure, however far you pull the trigger is how much the fuel comes out. So if you're trying to fill up just a small tank, such as this one, instead of having that big whoosh flow going in, I just very gentle to minimize getting diesel spills anywhere. Because once you get diesel smell on your hands, it's just horrid. It just stinks. So, yeah. So that is in the post in Brisbane at this moment. Possibly arrived today. I'll have to check the latest tracking. But I'd say most likely tomorrow it should be here. So I'll do a video on that. And it's not really dear. It's not really expensive. I think I only paid about $25 for it. And that was free postage. And where from? Of course, Temu. I think this is my 4th order that's come through from Temu. So I've got a few products that are ordered from Temu that are kind of camper related as well. Some really nice kind of fairy lights that are camper related that you'll be able to see on my camp setup. I'm sure down at the Legends for Charity group there too. So yeah, just got a loose water pipe there. I need to tighten it up. Well, it's not loose, it's just it's come undone from the brackets there. That's all right. Put some more cable ties on there, that'll fix that up. Okay, so let me check the comments. Where are they? You can get that exhaust pipe from Bunnings. You mean Bunnings? Oh, hang on. Cancel, I lost that. You can get that for fairly cheap. You could get it to run it to the other side of the camper behind the wheel. Yeah, that's the problem you might have missed earlier on. In the manual, they suggest not to run cable ties, and duct tape works well. Yeah, I've got cable ties and duct tape. You're always busy tinkering on... you can always busy tinkering on camper repairs. Great hobby. Oh, tell me about it, mate. Tell me about it. Oh my gosh. The folks who owned this before me, just no maintenance whatsoever. Nothing. No maintenance. Oh gosh, it's just crazy. But she's in good nick now. I've got an awesome hot water system in here that just flick a switch on and I've got hot water in no time. Really hot too, up to 70 degrees Celsius. I can get hot water out of that. And I'm going to have a heater soon. And I've got a sink, a kitchen sink. Cannot believe I've actually got a kitchen sink. I had to replace the mixer on it about a couple of weeks ago because the old one sprung a leak. And when I had a look, let me go grab it. I'm going to go show you something. This is a mixer. Yeah, I'm back. This is a mixer that came with my camper. Awesome mixer. Obviously, it's just a cheap Chinese one. You turn it this way and you got your hot water. Turn it that way, you got your cold water. Turn it in the middle and you got warm water, like any mixer works. You got your cold and hot water. But notice this part's made out of plastic. Someone thought it would have been great, one of the previous owners thought it would have been great if they would tighten this up to the point where it just strips out the thread. And then instead of replacing it, They went and got a whole blob, you can probably still see some remnants of it, silicone to seal it up. Now, it kind of worked for a couple of camping trips. I've been away camping twice in this so far. Twice or three? 3 times might have been. I noticed every so often there was drips of water coming down. I thought, that's strange. I didn't take much notice. But then, of course, after I finished my hot water system build, and I thought I finished with all the installation, all the pipe and everything, and testing out, testing for hours upon hours, my hot water system. That is just freaking awesome, that thing. Then I noticed the leaks were getting bigger here. So I thought, and I checked and I turned this and thought, oh, it's loose. That's all it is. It just turned like that. It's loose. So I went and grabbed a spanner and I turned and I turned and I turned and I turned. It wouldn't tighten. So, and then I realised, it's got silicone on there. I'll be damned. They've over-tightened it, stripped the threads. So instead of going to buy a new one, they just put silicone on there, did a dodgy job and put her on the market to sell. So luckily Roadtech Marine had them in stock, the low profile one. It was about $129 at Roadtech Marine. But this part is not plastic, it's all metal. So I've had to replace that. And I've also, let me tell you a story. If you got time, do you want me to tell you a story? Let me go get a couple of more items. Sorry guys. I don't know where they are, what I was going to grab. I was going to show you the John Guest fittings, but I've done a video on them that I haven't had a chance to edit yet. But I'm going to do a proper video on the John Guest fittings, just on that. That doesn't go for hours and hours. But I had to do quite a fair bit of maintenance on this girl, even though it's not old, because the people didn't keep up with the maintenance on this. So everything had to be rectified in one hit. Nothing major. But I was aware of the, let me tell you a story. I was aware of the pipes leaking when after I picked this up, and straight away I camped at the sunny coast for a few days after I picked this up at Gold Coast. But I was going to the camping show down in Nambour, so that's why I stopped by at the sunny coast. And plus, I woke about the morning I picked this up. Wander Oz, how you going? Good to see you on here. Hopefully I see you having a great time down in Trinidad there. You lucky bugger. Leave all those women alone on the beach. Now, I've lost track of thought. Oh yeah. So I didn't really use the kitchen, the cooking or anything in here. I was just buying meals out. My sister was just down the road at a resort, so I went to the resort and had meals with them. And then I came back home And then I started pulling everything out the kitchen and trying out my sink, my kitchen sink. It's just awesome to have a kitchen sink when I'm going camping. I still can't believe I got a sink. In the old days, guys, when I first started camping, people used to go crazy with camping. They used to bring lounge chairs. Some people probably still do, although it's kind of different now because they're included in a lot of the items that we go with. But back in those days, people used to bring proper kitchen sinks from the kitchen, and they'd bring the proper lounge chair and a oven on the back of the four drive. And so, and we used to make fun of them. We used to say, you know what some people do nowadays, oh, that's not camping, Some people got the belief, National Lampoon episode, some people got the belief that you're not camping unless you're roughing it, you're living out in the environment, and you got no cover, and you got a little fire next to you and a $5 tarp. Or a camp oven. You're not camping if you don't cook every meal in a camp oven. Keen to see the new setup, Phil. Yeah, Rob. There's when I go camping, I'm going to be doing a shitload of videos showing everything in this. If you was on earlier on before, I was showing a fair bit of the camper, including inside, on this live feed. So that's all coming. I just got to get a diesel heater in here before I go camping. And that's what I've got. I've got a diesel heater all in parts here. Just about to get ready to install on here. And that's what this live video is all about. Planning stage on where to put everything. I was hoping I might have got some advice, but I see everyone... no advice. I think I pretty much got figured out where it needs to go. Not where I was originally planning to put it, but it means I'll have to take out my U-Butte safe and relocate it. Yes, I kid you not, guys. The previous owners have actually fitted a proper shower safe in here. A lot of people told me, don't let people know you got a safe in there. Don't worry, guys. There's nothing of value in there. And plus, even if there was, it's a proper safe, guys. It's a proper safe. It's, you won't open it. Yes, good point. I'm going to show that. That's going to be in the next video, latitude stopping. Obviously, you know a fair bit about installing these. So plan on fitting the exhaust and pipes before you fit the floor, as very hard to do the bolts up afterwards. Yes. That's going to be in the next video when I start installing this. I'm going to show that, and I'm going to film the installation. And that'll be probably the next step, the next video I'm going to do, which I'm probably going to start on it this afternoon, or as soon as I get off this live feed. And I'll go grab my good camera. The batteries are all on charge. Yeah. And then that'll probably be a video on its own, just that. Is installing all of these. And you do that first before you install your diesel heater. And it's great because it saves me going under the, laying on my back underneath. Because then once I've got this in there, all I've got to do is just go under there, route these to another nice spot, wherever, and just whack some zippy ties up. And that's it. And that's not going to take me long. So, so yes, you actually put it all together, because what you've got to do is you've got to drill a 105 mil so here's a 105 mil hole saw. So you've got to drill 105mm hole saw. And then you silicone with high temp silicone this in its place in the hole to protect the hole. Okay? And then you mount this mounting plate I read the manual. You mount this mounting plate to the base underneath the diesel heater. And then this, and then you attach through the hole, okay, appropriately sized hole. Then you attach these on with these special clamps, okay. So if you need to run the power cables to the outside, I think they go through that hole, and then the fuel line goes through that little hole. I kid you not, look how small it is. The fuel line on these diesel heaters are only about 4.5 millimeters. Amazing. And you get these clamps, you clamp all that together, clamp it together, and then boop, drop that through the hole, seal it up with silicone. So this is going to be silicone sealed on, which I won't be able to install it till tomorrow because I'll have to wait till the silicone seal is dried. And then this goes over, tomorrow when I install, this goes over the top like so, okay. And then screw down into the bottom, screw that down, and then your diesel heater's in place. And then it just crawl underneath and just route the 1 hour down, 11 hours to go, Phil. Luke Reed, you reckon 12 hours? And then just route these, and then you add your muffler on the end. I don't know which way is in, which way out. Is there an in and an out on these? I've got no idea. I'll have to have a look. They get mounted on the end there, like so. So pretty simple. Hopefully that's going to happen this afternoon. We're going to start doing that part. So we're going to call it quits here shortly and go have a quick lunch, and then grab my camera and film that, edit that, and should have that uploaded for you today sometime, late this afternoon or tonight sometime. And then the next step after that, I don't know, tomorrow I'll probably also work on installing the fuel tank and the maybe then the fuel lines as well. So where's the manual? So these are the three main manuals you get, right? Are they upside down? No, they're the right way around. Are they the right way around or upside down? These are three main menus you get, manuals. Diesel heater installation manual. So what do they say here, first step to do? I've only read this once, which is very unusual for me because I usually read manuals 50 million times before I do something. Look at all the steps. So we go to step 1. No, that's step 2. Step 1. Make a pilot hole using a small drill bit where you plan to mount your unit. Note, use the mounting plate as a template on the inside and outside of the vehicle to check and understand where it will be mounted and ensure the mounting screws that you'll be using on each corner of the mounting plate will not cause any damage to anything before you mount it. Take note of this. Step 2. Making the mounting hole for the main unit. There are two options to achieve this. Option A, use a hole saw, 105mm recommended, with a metal flange is recommended. The metal flange being 100mm and can be purchased separately from the plumbing section of Bunnings, or purchase installation accessories and toolkit from AU Focus. Now this kit that I bought did come with one, although it's a metal one, so it'll probably rust. When I bought the optional installation kit, it came with an alloy one, much better. So I'll be using that one. Option B, you can overlap 2 by 75mm hole saws, ensuring the size of the overlapping holes do not exceed the size of the mounting plate. Remove the centers so that you will have an oval shape as per the images below. Okay, so you've got a mounting oval shape. So if you don't want to drill a 105mm hole, you can drill two 75mm holes on either end and then cut it out so you got this oval shape. But make sure it's not bigger than the mounting flange, otherwise you're going to have a whopping big hole in the base. Use heat-resistant silicone around the edges and on the inside of the cut as shown in the images above. So, I'm going to see if I can get that done today. I'm going to attempt to do that today. So I'm going to have to get some... First thing I've got to do is I'm going to have to remove that safe. And see if I've got room in there, and try to get it mounted in that position. I hope so. I'm going to grab tape measures. I'm going to take my time on that part. I'll probably do that first before I start filming. So I'll do that after lunch, and then I'll film some B-rolls of drilling that out. And then hopefully the teeth on this, well, that was on the base of my camper trailer, not like most caravans, which is timber floor. Mine is metal. It's got real thick, well, I don't know how thick it is, but it's got sheeting there. So I'm hopeful this will drill through that. See you, Wanderer. If not, yeah, we'll see what happens, eh? I may have to do a run to Bunnings and buy a more finer teeth cutting saw. I hope not, because as far as I know, you can only buy it in a kit for this to get this size, which is $129. I don't want to buy $129 when I've got this. So I'm hopeful that will cut it. I'm just going to try to be gentle. Use some cutting lubricants. Yeah, like WD-40. That's not a bad idea. Going to take Robin shopping. No worries. Bye, yep. Bye, Terry. I shouldn't be here on much longer. We've been here for 70 minutes so far. So, step 4. Feed the fuel pump power. Oh, I didn't even think of that. You should see the wiring harness on this thing, eh? It's already made up. It's unbelievable. All I got to do, there's no joining on. Everything's there. All I got to do, I haven't even taken out the packet to have a look yet. I'm curious. Look at that. Electronic unit, package number 3, electronic unit. Oh, lots of little pieces and screws and stuff here. I don't want to lose anything. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Look at this. Oh, stuff's falling. Oh, stuff's falling out. Oh, I don't want to lose anything. Let me pick it up off the ground before I... What else is in here? Oh, shit, there's more stuff in amongst it. Anyhow. It's got a little gauge here that shows the voltage and the amperage draw. That's a little bonus. That's the plug that goes directly into the diesel heater. I don't know what this is. Has that got a fuse on the end? Yeah, it's got a fuse. That's good. I don't have to put a fuse in it. It's already got the battery terminals. That's probably the connection for maybe that goes to the pumps to put the power to the pump. Or this could be it here. That could be the connection that goes to the screen, the remote screen. And it's got Anderson plug. Mate, it's just a matter of just plugging in and zippy tying it in place. There's no soldering, there's no cables, there's no wires to make, nothing. That's the beauty when you pay that little bit extra and get it through AU Focus. So, now, I've chosen the 5 kilowatt version. I was confused. I didn't know whether to go for the 2 kilowatt or the 5 kilowatt. But in hindsight now, after knowing what I know now, a little bit more what I know now, I would have gone for the 2 kilowatt version. I think the 2 kilowatt is going to be more than enough, particularly you guys that insulated caravans and so on. If you're going to go for the AU Focus, I'd suggest to go with one of their 2 kilowatt versions that's got the MZ on it. MZ. Okay? The reason being is that they're an updated model, so they're a 4th generation. The one I got, the 5 kilowatt, is a 5th generation. Now, in hindsight, if I'd known this information I'm going to tell you next, I would have definitely gone for the 2 kilowatt. But I thought I'd go for the 5 kilowatt because I've got this huge area here. It'd be nice to open this canvas up and have the heat coming through here because I can fully enclose this. So I reckon that's going to be perfect. And to be honest, the 5 kilowatt can be adjustable from 1 kilowatt right up to 5 kilowatts. The 2 kilowatt unit can also be adjustable for 1 kilowatt right up to 2 kilowatts. So I can turn them down low. Both of them you can turn down low. So no worries, Mark's got to go back to work. Yep, no worries. So I know a lot of you are watching these videos deciding which one to go for and going for my advice. So unless you need the 5 kilowatts, you've got a humongous caravan, go for it. I mean, it's a brilliant unit. What I'm about to say is no issue, really. It's just no issue. It's just that there's a couple of features on the 2 kilowatt that I really liked that I thought was available on the 5 kilowatt. If I hadn't known, I would have gone the 2 kilowatt route. The 2 kilowatt probably would definitely have struggled to keep it warm inside here. But I thought on those really cold nights, and you got some mates and all that, I thought you could come inside, and it's too cold outside, come inside here for diesel heater running, keep it nice and warm, and just sitting down, and then we don't have to go to bed so early. And I could have an nice LED screen here, and my projector, and we could sit here and watching YouTube or movies or whatever. In Terry's case, horror movies. I heard he loves watching horror movies, so he's not watching now. So yeah. So now, the advantage the fourth generations have with the MZ, M for Mary, Z for zebra, fourth generation. There was two versions. There's the AU Focus they sell on the aufocus.com.au site. And there's also a something Roam to Roam or something, which is, now the 2 kilowatts do cost more than the 5 kilowatt version. The 2 kilowatts has got an updated ECU in it, and it's got an updated screen. Now, the advantages you get with that is that you can run it like an aircon as such. You know, in the aircon, you can set a certain temperature, and then the aircon will cut in and out. When it gets warm, it cuts in, or when it gets, and then when it's cool enough, it cuts out. So this is the opposite, okay? So you can set a temp on the screen. Let's say you set 21 degrees Celsius on the thing. So it'll run at full power, bring it up to 21. And when it reaches 21, it'll cut off. And then when it drops 2 degrees below 21, so when it drops down to 19 degrees or less, it automatically will start up and it'll bring it up to 21, and then it'll cut down again. And it'll just constantly do this. Now, talking to folks on Facebook groups with the 2 kilowatt unit, having that feature on works absolutely awesome. But not just that, it also saves a lot on diesel. So you only end up using probably 1.5, 2.5, depending how cold it is outside, litres of diesel overnight. They come with a 5 litre tank, so it's not a 7 litre. Hence 7 litre, because I mean it's a 5 kilowatt, so we'll draw a little bit more fuel than what your diesel, I should say, than your 2 kilowatt units does. So that's a huge advantage. Now, I found out today, as far as I know, that this one here doesn't have that feature. You either turn it on or off. And I think it has 10, actually. Let's look at the user manual. Now, I'm still researching in this, guys, and I have sent a message off to the guy at AU Focus and querying about this, just to make sure I am correct on this. So won't be able to verify it till then. I need to verify this. Because sometimes you don't believe everything you read, because I'm just noticing something in here. So that's the screen, okay? That's where I get with mine. So, okay, the AU Focus ML series diesel heater has 3 working modes. Hang on, this is because that's what mine is. This is the ML. Guys, this might be interesting. It's got a warm air mode. The fan and heat will remain consistent depending on the level you've set, P1 being the lowest setting and P5 being the highest. So warm air mode, okay? P1 up to P5. So it's got 5 settings. Alright, I thought it had 10, but it's got 5. So 5's maximum speed, 1 is the lowest speed. Probably during the night, I'll only have to set this up in P1, and it'll give me the same warmth as a 2 kilowatt set at P1. I would imagine, because it's 1,000 kilowatts. So it starts at 1 kilowatt, not 1,000 kilowatts. Oh my God. You need a nuclear power station to run that. It's a 1 kilowatt. So they both, at minimum, will put out the same warmth, you would believe. But this is interesting. Hang on. All right. Can you tell me if we're still online? My phone is just frozen. Hang on. Oh, guys. Send me a message if we're still online. Okay, just let me see what's going on here. Am I still on? My phone is frozen. Am I still on? I don't know what happened there. All right, I'm presuming we're still live. Okay. I've still got 60% charge left in this, so I don't know what's going on there. Okay, let's get back to all good? Awesome. So, we've got 3 modes. Warm air mode. We've got air conditioning mode. It actually says it's on there. And it's got a fan mode. So air conditioning, this allows you to set a temperature between 10 degrees Celsius and 35 degrees Celsius and will automatically increase and decrease fan and reach temperature automatically. Well, I'm really happy to read that. Now I understand. So what the guy told me was he was right. So, and then you got I'll explain to this shortly, but I'm quite happy to hear this. This is the feature that I wanted. This is the feature that I wanted. And then it's got fan mode. This function operates the fan only. This mode is great for use in hotter weather, which is what we get a lot here, and keeps the air circulating, with F1 being the lowest setting and F5 being the highest setting. So, how cool is that? You can also use this in summer. Now, so we have an air conditioning mode. So, the difference between your what did I say it was? MZ or something? MZ and your ML. The MZ being the 4th generation at 2 kilowatts. Unfortunately, they don't sell it in the... you're getting a lot of backlight there, isn't it? I can see looking through this that it looks real crappy. Trying to eliminate as much as I can. Can't, unfortunately. Well, that's better, isn't it? There we go, that's better. So, the 2 kilowatt versions, the MZ 4th generation, say, for example, you set it at my same example I said before, 21 degrees Celsius. When it reaches 21 degrees Celsius, the unit will stop operating. When it gets to 19 degrees Celsius, it'll turn on. So you set it to 25 degrees Celsius. Turn it on. When a unit reaches 25 degrees Celsius, it switches off. The whole thing, the diesel heater switches off. When it reaches, what was it, 25? When it reaches 23, it'll turn back on. So it'll be on, off, on, off. This one here in air conditioning mode, okay, I'll read this here. This allows you to set a temperature between 10 and 35 degrees Celsius and will automatically decrease fan speed, the fan and heat, to reach your target temperature automatically. So it doesn't switch off. Okay? So, say I set it at 30 degrees Celsius. It'll start and run full power till we get to 30. If it doesn't reach 30, it's going to run full power, which is a good thing. With diesel heat, it's a good thing. Doesn't hurt it running full power. It'll reach 30, it'll get to 30, and then it'll slow down, and it'll monitor the temperature and just goes up and down in speed. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's a great feature. In fact, personally, I think that's probably better than having it switched totally off. So hopefully this manual is correct. But that's what it says in here. So I got confused there. I was under the assumption that you only had one mode, turn on or off, and you had 5 settings, but that's not true. So we still got a thermostatically controlled. So if you're watching this, Terry, it is still thermostatically controlled. And how to switch between warm air and air conditioner mode. Whilst the unit is turned on, press and hold the power button for 3 seconds to switch from warm air mode to air conditioning mode. Repeat this to switch back. And in air conditioning mode, press the up and down keys to adjust the temperature from 10 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. This simply allows you to control the room temperature in air conditioned mode or the amount of heat that comes out of the unit in heating mode. Unbelievable. It's got a timer as well. You can set a timer to come on or turn off. So it'll automatically turn on at a certain time. Awesome. Okay. I might call it at that so I can make a start. I've got a bit of work to do today. So I need to make a start on this. Is there any comments I've missed? Audio only, but it should be good now. Oh, Journey in Nature. Hi, Phil. Baz from Kitchen to Campfire. Oh, how you going, Buzz? Jeez, I haven't heard from you for a while. We need to catch up, mate. We need to catch up. This is my new channel, Managed to Survive Cancer. Oh, good on you, mate. Good on you. Good on you. It's great to hear. It's great to hear. So have you managed to get out and do any camping? We'll have to go to chat. Journey in Nature. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. And I'll have to join your channel. Guys, join his channel, Journey in Nature. You should see the awesome cooking utensils he's got for his camping. You're using solar cookers, aren't you? Using the sun to cook. This guy's really, really interesting. He's got an awesome camper. Wait till you see his camper. Wow. Bye, Terry. Hope you're not off to Kings again like me, mate. In Terry's defence, lucky for him, his nearest King's store is way down in Sunny Coast, which is about 3 hours away. Use some cutting lubricants, yes. Very good instructions. My one was less than basic compared to this one. Been to say hi to all and check in on Phil, the heater installer. Have a great day, folks. Yep. Step 1, read the instructions. I agree, Terry. Always read the instructions. Us men, we mostly don't tend to read the instructions. I think I'm going to have to go, guys. I'll just go really quick. My mum is calling me. I don't know what she wants. I can hear her calling me. So I need to go see what she wants. She's 91, nearly 92. So I need to go attend to her and check to see if everything's okay. She's here today. I can hear her calling in the house. So I was going to go through all the messages to see if any questions I've missed, but sorry. Looks like I've got everything. All right, guys, so I'm going to call it at that. This has gone on a lot longer than I expected, almost an hour and a half. So, but hey, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing YouTube. I love the filming. I love this part. I love interacting with you guys. I met a great amount of friends because of YouTube, you know, and these camping events that we go to occasionally. Gets us all together. These great like-minded people. It's awesome, hey. But I gotta go. Sorry, because my mum's calling me. So cheers. Expect to see another video later this afternoon if all goes to plan. Otherwise, it'll be tomorrow. And until then, cheers. Thanks for joining in on the live. Catch you next time. Bye. See you, Luke. Thanks for the great support. She's calling me again. I have to go. See ya.